Original sin is the biggest scam the church has ever pulled, and here's why. If you grew up in church, you probably heard that you were born sinful, that from the moment you took your first breath, you were already separated from God. And for many of us, especially as gay men, that message cut even deeper. Not only are you sinful at birth, but your identity is a sin as well. Here's the truth. You were never born into sin. You were born into original blessing. Today, we're going to break down why the idea of original sin is complete BS, how the Bible itself proves that theory wrong, and how believing in your goodness changes everything. And at the end of the day, if you can't shake these shame-filled beliefs that you are bad, that's why I'm here. My name's Eric Feltus. I'm a life coach that helps other gay men free themselves from religious shame. Click the first link in the show notes to book a free call with me to see how I can help you. Now, where did original sin even come from? Spoiler alert, Jesus never mentioned it. The idea of original sin wasn't even a thing until St. Augustine came along in the late 4th and early 5th centuries. And here's the thing about St. Augustine. He had a ton of baggage, especially when it came to guilt around his own sexual desires. Instead of dealing with them in a healthy way, he projected them onto the entire world. He took the story of Adam and Eve in Genesis 3 and decided that because Adam and Eve sinned, every other human born after them inherited their guilt, meaning that all people are born inherently sinful and can only be saved through divine grace. But here's the problem. That's not what the Bible even says. Augustine's doctrine wasn't just bad theology. It was a power move that positioned the church as the only path to salvation. This guilt-driven belief system kept people dependent on religious institutions, reinforcing the idea that they were broken, unworthy, and in need of saving by the church. So what does the Bible actually say about this? Let's go back to Genesis chapter 1, 27 to 28, the first time humans showed up in history. So God created humankind in his image, and God blessed them. Before anything else, we were created in God's image, and we were blessed, not cursed, not sinful. Genesis chapter 1:31. After creating humanity, God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. Before anything else, before rules, before mistakes, before church doctrines, you were declared good by God. And Jesus' teachings point to this as well. In Matthew chapter 18:3, Jesus says, "Truly I tell you, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven." Would Jesus really say, become like little children, if children were born sinful and corrupt? Ezekiel chapter 18 verse 20 directly refutes original sin. The child shall not bear the guilt of the parent, nor the parent bear the guilt of the child. If sin isn't inherited, then Augustine's entire doctrine collapses. With all that being said, it begs the question, why does the church cling to original sin? I hate to say it, but the church is a business. Original sin is a tool to control people. The church uses a business model called problem, agitate, solve. Problem, you were born sinful and separated from God. Agitate, you are doomed unless you do something about it. Solution, luckily for you, we have the only way to fix it. Tithing, church attendance, and obedience to our rules. This system keeps people in a cycle of guilt and dependence. If you believe you're inherently flawed, you're always chasing redemption instead of living in freedom. And for gay men, it's even worse, because they tell you that your very existence is proof of your sinfulness. So what happens when you believe you're born good? Here are 4 things. Number 1, you stop living in shame. You no longer have to earn worthiness. You already have it. 2, you start to trust yourself. No more handing over your power to churches, pastors, or religious authorities. 3, you embrace love instead of fear. You don't need to live in fear of hell, rejection, or not being enough. And 4, you reclaim your joy. If you were born blessed, then life isn't about avoiding punishment. It's about embracing love, connection, and truth. If you walk away from this video with nothing else, know this. You were not born sinful. You were born blessed, loved, and enough. The church may have taught you original sin, but God declared original blessing first. So let's reclaim that truth. Let's step out of shame and into the freedom that was always yours. And again, if you need help with this, that is why I'm here. I'm a life coach that helps gay men free themselves from religious shame. Click the link in my bio to book a free discovery call with me. I'll ask you a couple of questions to see if and how I can help you. Because here's the thing. At the end of the day, you deserve to feel like you are good and made in the image and likeness of God as a gay man. And if this video was helpful for you, go ahead and subscribe for more content and comment. Tell me, what's your biggest takeaway? Until next time, peace out.